All right. Good to go. Okay, so for those of you that weren't here last week, the party left the main town where they started their adventure, got lost and wandered through the woods for a little bit. They eventually met their new friend, Scratchlaw, and explored some ancient tombs, trying to hunt down the people who attacked the village that they were in previously. Through a fortunate turn of events, Lothar broke the door that required an abjuration spell to open it right off its hinges, and they found a sarcophagus of sorts, which contained the body and soul of Relios, the god of the Gith, now known as the Weeping God, and Lothar made a warlock pact with him, and now Relios resides within Lothar as well. Scratchlaw, a little distraught over this, decided to wander off into the woods in the early morning and was knocked unconscious as the other three kind of just stayed around the exit to the tomb. So, how do you say your character's name again, Jake? I'm sorry, it's Yvatla?
Yvatla.
Yvatla.
Potluck. Remember potluck?
Like, oh god. I'm not gonna remember. This is the new Threnny.
Hey, that's a compliment.
True. So, I'm gonna start with you. You start waking up and you have this like pounding headache in the back of your head where you were hit. Reaching back there, you can see there's some dried blood. Looking up into the sky, it's been about 2 hours or so. And you are inside a cage, and you have shackles on your hands and around your ankles. And there is a cage to your right, where Caitlin, if you would like to introduce your character, because they are also in shackles.
Oh, lovely. Well, it looks like someone finally woke up.
So, you're finally awake. Sorry, opportunity. Where am I?
How the hell am I supposed to know? I'm in shackles too, can't you see, you idiot?
That's fair. One moment, please. And she's gonna like turn her back completely to her, and I'm gonna try to just snap the bindings off.
Give me a strength check.
All right. First roll of the night's a nat 1.
That does not bode well.
I mean, I just woke up, to be fair. I just woke up.
No.
Sorry, what was that? It says my internet connection is unstable.
I'm unstable.
You're on some face.
Good to go. So what was your strength check?
Nat 1.
Yeah, as you try to like pull these chains away from your wrist, you see small purple runes kind of like form on the metal, and they are going to electrocute you for 2 points of necrotic damage.
Great going, genius. Don't think I didn't try that already?
Apologies. I'm not used to being, how you say, restrained like this.
I can tell.
It's not very, comfortable.
Nothing ever is comfortable.
You see a half-elven man with thick black dreads, kind of almost all the way down to his shoulder blades. Some cheap-looking leather armor on, walking towards you guys. Well, look who's awake.
My tail starts to flicker and
woman.
gets all stiff like a cat's tail.
Sorry, I just had to say hi to my other baby nephew.
Quiet half-demon.
Huh. Oh, you're a
shut it
tiefling.
yourself.
Oh, okay. I see how this is. Okay. I would like to roll. Would you rather prefer me doing Arcana or like investigation or something on the chains?
You can roll Arcana.
Okay. I'd like to determine what just happened. Okay, that's much better. I got a 23.
Okay. You know that these are mages' chains. They are magically imbued chains that are meant to restrict casters usually. But also, if anyone does try to pry on them as well, the runes will activate and zap the wearer with necrotic power.
Okay, got it. So I'm down to 43. Oh no. Let's see.
Pain.
So there's another person here who's tied up, or is this half-elven person just watching over us or something?
Oh, he's walking over you. He has 2 scimitars at his sides. He's wearing some cheap-looking leather armor. You can see that you're actually outside in the woods. The back of your cages are some old stone, like the old foundations of some house that may have been out here once. There's trees growing around you. There's a small campsite with a cart that has more cages with more people in it. You two are just currently in your own separate over here.
Okay. So
And you do see some other people that look like slavers walking around the camp.
Gross. Okay. So using my magic initiate feat, I might like to use a message and speak with this newfound friend. What? I don't think she knows quite yet what to think, but she seems to notice that you're also equally displeased at your current situation. So she's just gonna like touch her head to her temple and then just be like, "You want to get out of here, right?"
No, I'd rather be stuck in a cage all day, like an animal.
Well, despite your sarcasm, I can tell that you do not want to be here. So, what shall we do?
Well, the only way we can probably get out of here is if we find a way to get these off of us. And that's not going to be an easy feat.
Mm-hmm. No, well, not indeed. Perhaps if I could lure someone to the side of the cage, I could restrain them with my chains and perhaps get their key. It's a bit of a stretch, but other than that, I've no clue what to do at the moment. I'm very, very frazzled. I was just
Try as you
walking through the
might.
woods and I got bumped on the back of my head.
Well, if I were you, I'd be careful. They're smarter than they look.
Yeah. If it was easy.
If
Well,
it was easy, I wouldn't be in this mess.
true. I would like to see if can I notice if there's like a pattern to like people, like certain people, like where they're moving or how they're moving. If there's like a pattern at all.
Yeah, so your house is kind of set like a parentheses bracket, and that's where the cages are set into. Maybe like 10 feet away from there, there's a small campfire with some bedrolls, and then the carts are off to the left. You see that there is a guard 10 feet diagonally to your left on the top end of the bracket, and then there's another one down here. And about every 15, 20 minutes, they switch spots. And then there's another currently napping underneath a tree.
And I'm just gonna again tap my temple and then say, "Oh, we need to be quiet about this. I do not want to wake anyone else."
No, I thought I would just scream it out to the world, wake everybody up, tell them our plan.
Your sarcasm is very unappreciated. I do not appreciate my circumstances, and I know you do not either. Let's cut the chatter, if you will.
Well,
I don't want
then
to be
get
here.
to
You
it.
don't want to be here. Fine. I would like to see if I can cast Prestidigitation. I'm just gonna kind of flick my wrist and point a little bit, and I want to try to see if I could douse their campfire.
So roll that for me real quick while I roll damage.
Damage.
Yeah, you're trying to cast a spell. The chains
Oh.
are going to interact with that and electrocute you with the necrotic energy.
All right. Do I add anything?
You can add your dex to this.
Okay. Then in that case, that would be a whopping 18.
You are able to put out their campfire, but since it's 10 a.m. The one that's sleeping definitely doesn't notice, but you do see the captain of them go. And then he looks over you and just smiles as you watch the runes on your shackles activate and electrocute you for 3 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
Walks over to your cage. Don't be more trouble than you're worth. And the more you keep casting, the more I think you're worth.
Well, perhaps you would like to treat someone of my capabilities a bit better than this?
No, you're already in the cage. You're easier.
Oh, sure. Treat us like animals.
Donovan, prepare the caravan. Get these two ready. And you see the sleeping one kind of, right, boss, right. And he picks up a spear and taps it on the ground, and you see electricity start to spark around the spearhead.
Oh god, we're getting prodded.
He's going to open up your cage first, Criella. And Donovan's just kind of holding the spear there, like, come on, in the cage. Go, please.
Oh, into this cage, not the one I'm already in?
The one with the wheels.
Oh, of course, of course.
Thank you.
Can I try and disarm him when I walk past?
You can certainly try, yeah.
What would that be? Just a...
Dex check.
Perfect.
That one.
Woohoo, that's a dirty 20.
So, yeah, how do you want to do that?
So my hands are chained, but I'm going to take it and grasp at it, twist, like do like a weird twist kind of thing, get it to where it's pointing at him, and then just poke him and see if it shocks him.
It does electrocute him, so I will roll the lightning damage.
Huh.
Shit.
Also, quick
Max
question.
damage for lightning.
Oh, is the
You can...
are the cages wooden?
No, your cages are metal. They look like they've been poorly welded into the side of this now ruined house. So it looks like they kind of use this pretty periodically. So Donovan just kind of yelps like, I surrender. I parsley.
Good. Now, if I were you, I would unchain me and my new ally over here.
At this point, guard 1 and 2 are going to diverge next to you with their swords
Perfect.
drawn. And the captain is going to draw both of his scimitars and just point them at you. Drop the spear, half demon. There's 6 of us and 1 of you. You cannot win.
Can I try and throw the spear at him?
With shackles on? Sure, you can definitely try that at disadvantage.
Quick question. Can I do a perception to see if I can locate my belongings at all?
Sure.
Okay, that's not good. I got a
Still laughing
7.
at parsley.
Am I just doing a straight up attack roll on it, or is it... Okay, cool.
It's disadvantaged. What'd you get, Jake?
7.
Yeah, no idea. You don't see him.
That'll be a 16.
16?
Yeah.
And this was against the captain, not Donovan.
Yeah, the captain.
Okay.
We like Donovan.
Donovan,
Ooh.
he seems chill. I just felt bad.
Oh, were they able to take
I
my
laughed
tome?
when you said that they're smarter than that because I see their intelligence scores.
You
For
would
some
think.
of them.
You don't have to be smart to enslave people. You just have to
Yeah.
not die.
So that is his armor class, the captain's armor class.
Cool.
So I got him. Is what I'm hearing.
Yep, you roll 1d6 lightning damage, 1d6 piercing damage.
Plus dex.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. So for the lightning, it's 6, and then for the damage, it's 4 plus my dex 7, so 13 total.
Okay.
Wow. Impressive. Okay.
You got him actually below 90. Nice.
Nine.
Oh.
Are these chains? Are these chains like tight to my body? Like, are they loose at all?
They're like that. They are metal.
Yeah.
It's not like a chain link chain. It's more like a plate of metal.
Mm, okay.
So it's
Yeah. But you still somehow managed to throw a spear at a man. It did embed itself a little bit into his thigh and electrocute him. And with that, he's going to take his multi-attack against you
Uh,
Oh,
with
no.
his scimitars.
fudge. Okay.
So that's a half number.
15 for the first one.
That hits.
Okay. And 10 for the second one.
That one misses.
Okay.
oh, jeez.
So that's D8.
Flurry of death. First 10 minutes.
Would I?
So-
And she's dead.
Oh
He
god.
charges at you with both scimitars out. He hits you first in the head with the bottom of the scimitar, right to your cranium, and then with the second one, he tries to hit you with the back end of the sword in like your gut, but you're able to dodge that one. Guard 1 and 2 are also going to try to hit you with their swords.
Jeez.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah,
guard
that
one.
hits.
Cool.
I mean, they don't want to kill you if they don't have
Yeah.
to. 'cause
Sorry,
they'll
I forgot to
tell
mention
you.
this is oh god, what's it called? I never use it.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Usually everything's lethal.
Mhm.
So that's
they want
5 points of
profit.
non-lethal damage. And then the second, 7 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah. So the one catches you, and you like double over just in time that the second one misses you. So you're up.
Cool. I lost my weapon, so I'm gonna just try and choke out the closest guard to me then.
So would you like to choke out guard 1, 2, or Donovan?
Well, the one that hit me, so 1.
So guard 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a grapple check.
All right. Is grapple just strength, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Why, dice gods?
16.
So you are able to get behind this man and use your chains to start choking him out from behind. The boss and guard 2 just kind of look at each other, and he goes, "Do it." And you see guard 2 take his sword, but this time he's going to use the blade and try to stab through guard 1 into you.
Oh, okay. They do not value their employees. I see.
However, that is a 7, and he stabs through guard's one like arm, and the blade is just right next to you though, so it didn't get either of you. As you are still choking out this man. Just make another strength check for me real quick.
Can I try to do something while this is
Yeah,
happening?
yeah, Jake, you can intercede.
You said
You
that
do
the
hear the
weld.
other people in the cage start cheering for you guys.
Oh, I haven't done anything.
Well, for Criella.
Yeah, I would like to rage, and then you said the welds on the edge were very poorly done, right?
Yeah,
I'd like to rage
did.
and just body slam into the welds.
make a strength check. What was that, Criella?
I got a 10 on my strength check.
You're choking him out, but he's not going down, not yet.
I got a 16 on the strength.
You are able to bust the metal bars off of the stone remains of this house, and even take a few of the stones down with it. So now you are free. You are no longer caged.
Not my favorite thing to do, but I'm out.
Dario is going to look at you and then look at his men and put his swords away. You let us leave with those chattel, and I'll leave you with your things and this. And he holds out a key. Deal?
Can I like insight check, see if that's like actually the key that will unlock our chains?
Yeah, sure.
Nope. Nope, not at all. I just got like a 4.
A key is a key.
I believe.
I
believe-
eye him up and down. Stop treating us like animals And we won't act like animals.
I mean, he gave us a very fair proposition, don't you think?
I suppose a deal's a deal then.
Good. Now let go of Clyde.
Bring out the stuff first.
Dominic! And you see another guard emerge from the woods, and he takes this book out of his bag and places it on the ground, and he goes into the cart and gets some other things like your backpack and all your other equipment and puts it into a pile about 15 feet away.
All
Yeah.
right. Fine.
Donovan, start driving the cart.
I release the guy in front of me and I push him.
All right, so Clyde stumbles and picks up his weapon and starts backing towards the cart with the rest of them. I would watch behind your backs. And he gets into the front of the cart and cracks the whips on the horses, and they take off.
They gave us the key though first, right? In the stuff?
You go over and check the stuff, and there's no key.
Bastards, I knew it.
You got to be kidding me right now.
Hold on. I can, let me look for something. Is my book in there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'd just like to, can I try to determine what type of magic that the locks are?
Sure.
All right. Would you like me to roll Arcana?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's another nat one.
Oh, you think
First.
radiant.
Radiant.
Yep.
The very awesome school of magic that is radiant. I'm at a loss for words.
I can tell.
This has been a very exasperating day for me, please.
Oh, really? I couldn't tell.
Your sarcasm is not helping.
We'll get used to it.
Will not, but let's see. I would like to I'm just gonna.
Wait a minute. We're in the forest, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are in a forest.
Is there any way that I can track their tracks to go get the key?
You do see fresh wagon wheels in the earth.
Let's outrun a wagon.
Cutting to Lothar, Yek, and Lucio while this is happening. You guys are out by the back exit to this tomb, the tomb of Relios. Lothar, you kind of come to consciousness for the day, and you do hear the faint weeping of Relios in the back of your mind. The forest still feels very, very dead to you. You almost feel unwelcomed here.
I'm still going to go out, like slightly out of earshot of the other two, with my broken symbol of Skerrit and attempt to pray to him with any fleeting hope left.
Yeah, no.
That's how you know you messed up, is when he has to look through notes.
Yep.
For some reason, I keep thinking Skerrit is a goddess, but no, you're right, it is a god.
God of
It's
nature.
like, well, since you just misgendered the deity, things aren't off to a good start.
Oh, that means I misgendered Skerrit in Agara.
You'll deal with that later.
Yeah, so I'll attempt to pray to him and hope.
Okay, let's hear the prayer.
Father, I did not mean to break your trust in me. I did not mean to step away from the land to turn against you. I simply sought the chance to save those that I love. But I did not mean for this to happen. As I look down at the shattered symbol, and I'll get to about there before, with the weeping about my mind, I will then start crying as well. Please, Forgive me.
So, as you are there weeping and asking for forgiveness, you hear a bowstring draw back. And you hear an arrow fly through the air. And you look up just in time to see an arrow going right for your heart. But the arrow passes right through you. You are going to take 2
Oh, crap.
points of radiant damage.
Oh.
And you're not sure what it is, but the forest suddenly feels very, very hostile towards you. And you hear a voice on the wind say, "The hunt begins."
No.
Oh, shit.
Dear God.
At
You're
that, I
scared.
will basically scurry, barely able to stand up, back into the cave.
You kind of feel like a gopher
Yep.
trying to escape a wolf going back into the ground.
Hmm.
You have a similar feeling to that.
Yep.
Yeah, Lucio. You both see Henry run back in.
Who's Henry?
Hmm.
Sorry, Lothar.
Wonder what that was about.
Upping the challenge rating for this creature.
Oh no. I don't know, but he's been pretty messed up after he made that pact. I told you I should have took it.
Yes, I think we all are, but something seems wrong.
You guys spent the night in the treasure room, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Um,
I basically passed out in the forest, so I don't know about the other two.
Yeah, you would have said it. Lucio and Yek, you can both make a quick perception check if you would like to.
That is a 19 raw. What is my perception?
Dirty.
That is a, oh, wow, 23.
You notice in the center room where you did see that pile of gold, there's a pedestal in the center there, and it does look like there was something that was like propped up on the top, but is now missing and gone.
Mm.
See that pedestal too? Yek.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if that's what, what was that person's name again? It's the one with the Y. It's like Yevon?
Yvatla.
It is
Not
Yanissa.
Yvatla. Yanissa.
Oh,
It's like,
Nissa.
maybe that's what Yanissa came for.
It's possible. Can I do a smell-based perception check to see if I smell, heard, or I guess it might be or survival as well. See if like maybe she was around this altar at some point.
Sure.
Cool. You want, or I guess perception and survival are the same.
Yeah.
That's a 13.
13. You do smell undead creatures, about 15 or so that were here relatively recently, and you do also smell the blood of an Aarakocra.
That was going to be my next question. Do I smell my wing? I think she was here, bud. I can smell, well, frankly, myself, but also some undead creatures that were probably following her.
Interesting. Can I like make out an outline to see what it was?
Sure.
I'm guessing that's perception as well.
Mhm.
That is a 14.
It looks like it was some sort of orb.
Okay. It's like it was some orb-like shape. What exactly? I'm not sure.
When I scurried back in, would I have scurried into this room, basically?
Yep.
Okay. If I'm seeing that with the orb and everything, is there any writing around it that could say what it might have been?
No, there is not.
Lothar, have you seen Yvatla? She disappeared and I haven't seen her.
Last I saw of her, she just was walking away into the woods.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
No, and
Yek is
I'm
going to go
worried about
outside.
what happened.
I'm going to go outside and see if I can track Yvatla. Survival or perception. Ooh, 22.
22. You do find footprints, kind of walking hurriedly in one direction, pressing pretty deep into the earth. And then, I'd say about a quarter mile out, they kind of stop. And you do see evidence of another person being here, and then a body being dragged away. Also, notice a massive shadow of something fly over you and head toward the mountains.
Christ.
I'm gonna full dash back to the mountain. Did I see anything flying overhead when I'm running back?
You saw a glimpse of its shadow, but not enough to make out what it is. But it is big.
Big boy. Cool. Yeah, then I'm just booking it back to the mountain.
Okay.
So, were you able to find any sign of her?
Well, there were some footprints, and then there was another set of footprints, and then a body being dragged away. And Yvatla didn't seem like the type to drag a body anywhere. I would guess that that's her. But more importantly, there's something big flying around out there, and I'm not really too sure what it is.
So, that's what he meant.
What do you mean by that, bud?
And I'll pull out the shattered holy symbol again. I think he's hunting me now.
That's not good.
Let's just say he is not happy about last night.
I mean, I think it
Surprised.
would be good if he were happy about last night, but I think it is also bad that he's not.
Yes. And so I'm now conflicted on wanting to never leave this mountain. But I also feel some sense of responsibility for Yvatla, as it's my fault that she was walking away.
Lothar, in your head, you do hear Relios speak up. We can kill them all. Get our revenge. Lock him in a mountain.
Mentally, I'm going to say this. We are not killing anyone that does not need to be killed. I know you want your revenge, but that does not mean every single person that is not a GIF.
I'm gonna turn to Yek, and like my fur is gonna be sort of like bristling a little bit, and you can sort of start to see like the white outline of the wind on my arm. And I'm just gonna look at him and say, "I'll go find Yvatla. Don't worry."
Are you sure, bud? I think we should stick together.
No, I think I'm our best bet to get her.
But
Lucio, we've already had one person be dragged away because they went off on their own.
I can handle myself.
I don't exactly know how good your tracking abilities are, but I'm pretty confident in mine.
And with that thing outside, it is far better that we travel as a group than get picked off one by one.
Yeah, but I move much faster than you.
You'll also die much faster than us.
That may be true.
Backhanded compliment there, I guess.
Look, fine. If you think I should say, then
I'm not saying you should stay. I'm just saying you shouldn't go alone.
So
We
there you go.
should go. As stealthily as possible, I would highly recommend, though.
All right, wimp. And I just like start walking towards the cave exit.
All right.
I'll go as well.
I will follow, and when we get to the entrance, I will take 5 seconds to actually step outside. Very, very worried.
Like a
Go
duck
out.
and just-
We go back in. We go out. We go back in. So you are able to find the tracks that Yek found earlier, and you are able to track them. Make a survival check for me, Lucio, since you're the one heading this.
That is a. Where's my survival? A 15.
15?
Yep.
You're able to follow the tracks for about another half mile into the woods, and then they stop. At this point, Criella and Yvatla, you both find the main road. And you are able to, but you do kind of lose the wagon tracks a little bit because there are wagon tracks going in both directions. So if you're still trying to follow them, I'll need another survival check from one of you.
That's gonna be a 23.
23. Kind of knowing what limited geography you know of the area, and knowing that slavers are probably going to take slaves to market, you know that the next biggest town is Gloras Keep, and that's where they'll be. Lucio, you bumble around the woods for the next half hour or so, and you eventually find some wagon wheel marks in the earth. And following them, you do find what looks like an abandoned camp. Some broken, old, ruined stone houses. And there's like metal bars that have been ripped off on the one part, and the other part is more of an intact cage. Fire is still warm.
They were here recently. Can I just make a perception check for the massive shadow?
Sure. You didn't see it, and you still don't see it. And it is getting cloudier.
Okay.
Can I do one?
Sure.
It's an 18.
Lothar?
Oh, that was a 6. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not good.
You know nothing. Yek, you do recall hearing that rocks live in the nearby mountains.
Oh, you bastard.
No, you have no idea.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
Criella
Criella and Yvatla, were you doing anything else with the shackles or anything as you were walking, following the trails?
Actually, if I can try to find a point where there's like 2 trees that are very close to each other, I would like to wedge my great axe in it and then try to just like with one fluid motion, slam the runes down across the blade of the great axe.
Yeah, you were able to find a tree and get your great axe in there. Make an attack roll.
All right, with great axe or with like unarmed strike?
Unarmed strike.
Okay, that's a 14.
14. You are able to crack the shackles a little bit, but you're not quite free yet. You do see the necrotic runes, though, dissipate and break. So now you're just chained.
Oh. Come, you may want to slam the restraints. It seems to have dissipated the magic.
You're not going to hit me now, are you?
No, did you not just see? Just hit, just, do what I did.
All right, fine. And I try and copy the exact same thing.
Okay, unarmed strike.
Oh no. It's a 1.
Oh, God.
Yes!
Oh, God.
No!
Alright, so as you're walking up
That's
to do
her
this
hand.
and you go like this, you slip and your forehead, right on the axe blades. Jake, what does your axe blades do again? What dice?
It's a D12 of slashing. Can I try to stop this?
Can't. No.
I was able to
9
stop.
points of slashing. No, sorry. Yeah, slashing,
like-
piercing.
How many?
I was like, I
9.
was able to stop Lothar from getting blasted from a magical protected mountain. I was like, reflexes.
You can give me a dex check, and if you
Okay.
succeed, I'll half it.
Oh,
Don't tell me
That's a
you
good
got a
one.
1 too.
yes, I did.
Cool. So Criella doubled the damage.
What?
Oh God.
You got a natural
He-
1 trying to
he
save you. He
basically
probably
spun
pushed you
back.
into it more.
Oh.
So please double that from 9 to 18.
Oh my God. How much HP are you at?
I am.
Single digits.
Oh.
No, not yet.
Like I was just like so
basically
flustered
rammed
at the
her head
fact that
into-
she was falling on an axe blade that I rushed over and tripped myself.
Onto her, forcing her further down onto the axe.
You tripped on-
What
You tripped on.
in the God's right mind do you think would be a good idea to throw someone into an axe even more?
Blood is just like gushing down her face at this point.
Oh my God.
Look, just
please-
you try and hit it. But don't hit me.
That is far worse than what just happened. Okay. I'm just gonna. Now, can I try to just snap them off?
Yeah. You can just try. I mean,
Okay,
with
that's-
yours, because they're already broken.
Hmm?
With yours, yes, because they're already slightly broken.
Okay.
Hers, no, because they're intact,
Could I do that with advantage if they're cracked already?
I suppose.
Okay, yeah, that's a 22.
Yep, so just... Oh god, what's his name? Samuel? I guess, I don't know. I forget some of the Bible stories. You just kind of snap them right off your wrist, and they fall to the ground in a metal clank.
Oh, sure. Now you have the strength of a Goliath.
You underestimate me. Magic is very
Oh,
strong too,
don't
though.
lecture me on magic right now. I don't need that. Just get these off, will ya?
Okay. And I'm just gonna like grab around like the shackles like around her wrists and then just like pull.
Alright.
I'd like to rage, so I have advantage doing this.
Alright.
Okay, that's a 15.
You are able to get the left one off. So now your left hand is free, Criella.
Thank
Wait,
the
wouldn't that mean
makers.
both of your hands are free then?
No,
just
I
have
still
one
have
shackle
one
on it?
hand
It's
in
still
a
like
shackle.
on her.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
The runes did dissipate and break though, so you were not electrocuted by necrotic magic.
Thank God. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
That was
Alright.
extremely unfortunate. If you
Oh,
want
thank
this-
God, I get the max. Okay, I get 10 points back.
Nice. Very impressive.
Out of 18.
Now, if you would please just slam your wrist onto a rock or something.
Fine. And then I find like the nearest rock and just slam the shackle.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh, God.
That one.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, thank God.
Oh fuck! Not what I was
Oh, thank
looking
God.
for. Yep. Just the lightest tap, and the whole thing just crumbles into a million little pieces.
Thank God. That could have been so much worse.
You hit the fulcrum point.
I'm gonna take my great axe and put it back on my back sling. I'm very sorry about that. I attempted to assist you, but I was very frazzled in the moment, and
Clearly.
I could have gotten you
Never
far.
been captured before, have we?
No, because it's extremely unlikely and very illegal. At least,
Welcome to the forest. Anything is possible.
I need to get out of here.
What are your
Too
passive
much.
perceptions, you two? Just out of curiosity.
My passive perception is at a 11.
Okay.
Mine's 14.
Cool. Huh. You both hear somewhat hushed, like giggling from further into the forest,
Nope, I'm not
like a
going
bunch of small
near-
children.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I ready my
no,
bow.
I'm leaving.
All right. So yeah, there's the forest behind you, and then the main road that goes up and down, north and south. And then right now there's like a small grassy field, and then a cliff that leads into the ocean. And you guys are heading. What was that? You guys are heading southeast toward Gloras Keep, is what you decided, Criella. But I don't know if you shared that with Yvatla yet.
Oh, no, I did
Lothar,
not.
Lothar, Yek, and Lucio.
Yep.
You were at this old camp. What do you guys choose to do?
Is there any sign of where anyone might have gone from this camp in hopes of finding Yvatla?
There are some pretty easy to follow wagon wheels in the dirt. But I do need to know your passive perceptions as well.
14.
12.
Yek, yours is really high. Oh, that was higher than that. So you also all hear distinct children's giggling from somewhere in the woods, but it sounds a lot closer for you guys.
I hate
In
kids.
in the direction of the tracks?
Uh-huh. A little to the right, though.
So that's concerning,
There he is.
but according to this, it would seem they may still be moving Yvatla somewhere else, whoever has taken her. And at the very least, we should attempt to try and help.
There's also signs of struggle, but not sure if it was her.
Sure. Given her strength, that is likely. So yeah, can we start to follow those tracks?
Yep.
Saying, you said it was the right side is where the laughing was coming from?
Yep.
Then like slightly to the left of the tracks, as little as it would do, just for paranoia.
I'm gonna walk also on the left side.
I'm just gonna walk in the middle because I don't care.
Excellent. You do know, or notice, behind you there seems to be a thunderstorm rolling in.
I will
Criella.
start moving a bit faster.
Okay. Criella and Yvatla, you guys continue down the road. You do see a turnip cart pass you heading the other way. They wave hello to you. Anything you guys need to do or say during this little travel session?
I don't believe I actually introduced myself formally. And I hold out my hand, even though I'm still pissed. The name's Criella. Criella spelled crest. Crestspell. I said that backwards. It's been a long day.
Yes, for me too. My name is Yvatla Sketchclaw. It's nice to meet you. Formally.
Yeah, I think I'll just call you Y.
You do notice that she has blue claw marks on her face, Criella.
I see someone got to you. Or something.
You see, I would have some story for that, but I have no clue why. I was just born with it, I think. I have no idea where it comes from. I believe it's a mark of some sort, but I have not investigated any further into it. That's where I get my name, though.
Interesting. Would I be able to tell, by any chance, like what could have caused the claw marks?
You can either make a nature or arcana check.
Okay.
Your choice.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 7 with nature.
Some sort of predator.
Mm.
All right. Well, we can either keep following the road this way and see if we run into those damn slavers again, or we can see if we run into a town.
You know, a lot of things have happened in the past 24 hours. I am very okay with doing anything that involves leaving the forest. Get me out of here, please.
All right. We'll find our way out of here then.
Well, as you head down the road, you feel slight fire sensation fill your hands near your book.
Ah. Not this again.
Something
Lothar,
wrong?
Lucio, Yek, I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
jeez. Oh boy,
That's a natural 20.
It's a dirty 20.
that's a 9.
All right, so it must be that you two were on the left side of the road, Yek and Lothar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, should have been on the left.
But you hear the giggling of the children increase in volume, and then you also do hear them say, in some strange language, do any of you speak Sylvan?
Nope.
Per chance?
No,
It's
sadly.
the Fae. I knew it.
No?
No,
So
the
yeah,
druid.
you hear something in a strange language that none of you recognize, and you just watch Lucio do a complete 90-degree angle towards the right and head off into the woods.
They have a laser pointer.
Oh, actually, upon hearing that, I would like to cast Comprehend Languages
Okay.
so that I can understand what was said.
I do speak Elvish. Would I be able to pick out certain words from it?
Oh, they are related. Yek, I would say that you would hear the word away, and then Lothar, you would hear the whole thing, which is, come away with us. Let's dance.
I will just grab
They got
Lucio's
catnip.
shoulder, pull him back, like so we're then in between.
Lucio and Lothar make opposing strength checks.
Oh boy.
The athletics.
Can I help Lothar?
Just straight strength.
Okay.
8.
So Yek, yeah, you can do a help check.
22.
So roll a d20,
It's a 22.
9 or less. It's a 22.
The 9 or less.
At 9 or less, you would subtract 2. 10 or higher, he would add 2, but he already got a 22.
Oh, okay. I got a 10.
Oh, so 24.
I got a 9, so or an 8.
Thank you. Oof. All right, so Lothar, yeah, you're able to come up behind Lucio and just put him in a headlock like this, and you're able to restrain him. His legs are still moving like he wants to go in that direction, but he's not like actively trying to escape you.
Lucio, how tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Okay. Wait. How tall's Lothar? I can never remember this. 6'4". Okay. I will lift him so his feet are just about dangling.
They're
And
still
Yep.
they're still trying to walk.
And walking to the left of the tracks and basically still following them away from the sound as I'm saying, trust me, getting lost in a forest at this point in time is not the best idea. You do not want to go with them.
Can I speak? Like, am I
Yes,
allowed?
you can.
Okay. I want the catnip.
They have the red
I want it all.
As you exit the zone where they can lure people in, you do hear them in Sylvan. Comprehend languages last for like 10 minutes, right?
I think it's an hour actually.
Oh, an hour? Oh, then you
Yeah,
do
it's an
hear them
hour.
kind of hiss something out. We'll play later. And the giggling just stops completely.
We are not going back there anytime
That's
soon.
right, bud.
Fine.
And you are taken out of the trance, Lucio.
Since,
Not again.
since Lucio was indisposed for a moment, can I try and pick up the trail that we were following?
Yeah, it's really easy to actually see where they went. The horse.
So I don't need
Horse. The horses and the wagon wheels are really easy because they leave good indentation into the soil.
Okay.
And you do eventually come to a road. Which way would you like to go, left or right? Because it's kind of difficult to tell which way this wagon went.
Wait, but was it on a road coming through the forest or was it just over regular ground?
It was just over regular ground, and then it comes to a road.
So
near
would
the
it be
ocean.
clear as it was turning out of the forest which way it turned?
Survival check.
Do I see any footprints that go in a different direction from the wagon?
That's a
Survival check.
15 on the survival check.
It's a 19 on my survival check.
19. Henry, you do see that the wagon wheels kind of veer left and then kind of go back right once they get onto the main road. You think maybe it was a trick to try to throw people off.
Okay.
And then, Yek, you do see 2 pairs of footprints walking in one direction, also to the right. Sorry, I said the left for Lothar. I meant right. So we'll continue down that road.
Wait, you said you found footprints, Yek?
Yeah.
It's given that struggle, it is possible they escaped. I would recommend we follow the footprints in specific.
Do the footprints look like hurried, like pressed in, or do they look more casual?
More casual. You do find bits of metal next to a boulder near the road as well, and a lot of blood for some reason.
That's
Interesting.
worrying. But are we able to tell the metal are shackles?
So the first small bit of metal that you find by the rock is just you have no fucking clue. You do find on the other side of the road a broken half of a shackle.
Okay. So is highly likely that she has escaped then. Given the footprints, it's possible that she was just trying to get somewhere, so it's worth following and hopefully catch up to her.
So, about half an hour later, Criella and Yvatla,
Yvatla.
potluck, you do eventually make it to the outer walls of Gloras Keep, and you're currently caught in the middle of a thunderstorm. Rain is coming in sideways, there's lightning lighting up the sky, and you do see two guards out front that just look as miserable and wet as you do, with soaked through capes. Names?
Criella Crestspell.
Yvatla Sketchclaw.
You see them like go into like a little nook that's set into the wall and like try to write them on some like really soaked paper. Welcome to Gloras Keep. It is 2 copper to enter the town.
I hand over 1 gold piece.
Welcome, Horned One. And they open the gates for both of you. And you are now allowed into Gloras Keep.
That was a bit much.
I've had issues in the past. Show them some kindness, they might show you some kindness back. Keyword though, might. At least for my kind.
I am very sorry. I apologize on behalf of the entire human race that has wronged you.
You'd think, being half human, people would actually look at me differently. Guess not.
But no. It is a sad thing. I apologize. Now, you've paid for our entry. I could perhaps sort out lodging.
Be my guest.
A cold drink, perhaps? Something to mull you over?
Look, you don't have to do me any kindness right now. If you want to, go for it. I'll follow your lead. If not, this is where we part ways as unlikely friends. I got you out of the forest, didn't I?
This is true. Thank you so much for that again. I've no clue where I am, and I've no friends or relations here. If you would
And I guess we're
please-
sticking together.
Yes, you've read my mind. And I'd like to look for the nearest lodging and perhaps food.
Okay. Looking around Gloras Keep, you do see there is a hill kind of in the center of this town where you do see a rather small keep, kind of a little run down. All the way around it, though, you see 3 rows of wooden barriers covered in barbed wire and a lot of guards just kind of patrolling and staying put, keeping watch. There doesn't seem to be too many people out and about right now because there's a thunderstorm in the lower ring where everyone else lives. You do see in the main square there is a large platform with a single wooden block for what looks like a slave auction block. And you do find the only inn in town called Syndra's Place. And you see what looks like a halfling woman jamming a spear through a dragon's stomach.
Well, that's reassuring and completely cozy looking.
This is fascinating. I've never seen a dragon up close. Marvelous. I'm just gonna like go up and like start like sketching the anatomy.
It's a 2D dragon, but
Oh, I thought you meant. I'm so confused. So
it's
from
like a
the
little
description-
wooden sign that they have hanging above the door.
Okay, yeah, I'm so dumb because like.
Interesting.
from
A
the
dragon.
description-
It's an entire dragon.
Okay, so
on top of the
contextually,
inn.
you were like, "There's a sign," and then you said, "Then there's a halfling woman poking."
The sign is the halfling woman jamming a spear through a dragon's gut.
Also, by context, I thought that the reason all the guards were out and stuff is because there was a dragon. Okay, retcon that. I'm just gonna go and walk in.
So,
I spaced out.
Syndra's Place.
Oh, never mind. You just said it.
The name of the inn is called Syndra's Place. You do see an older halfling woman, hair completely gray and in a bun, behind the counter. She's pouring like one drink into another cup and then pouring that drink back into the other cup out of boredom. You do see two other people just kind of in one booth, eating some mush and having some drinks. The place looks pretty run down. What does interest you, though, is the fireplace. You don't see any burning logs, but it looks as if they have some sort of lava stone kind of baking in there and heating the inside of the place. And there's kind of like a dull red glow emanating from it. And it's about the size of a Great Dane.
Boy.
Curious.
Well, finally, somewhere to stay warm.
And hopefully get dry.
I'm just gonna, like, passing by, just gonna put my hands out to the stone. Like, not touching, I'm just warming my hands up, and then I'm just gonna approach the counter.
Your book warms up as you get close to the stone.
It's not this again. Ah,
What is up with you and that book?
it's a long story, and I don't want you touching it. It's very personal to me.
I wasn't planning on it.
Yes, thank you. Too long of a story for right now, but, madam?
Hi, welcome to Syndra's Place. What can I get you?
Somewhere to sleep, if you would, for the night.
A room is 5 silver.
I see. Then I'll take, just for one night then, here you are. And I'm
Thank
just gonna give him 1 gold piece.
All right.
And just say, please do keep the change. I have no need for money at the moment.
I'll get you something to eat. And she
Thank you
hops
very
off her
much.
little stool and goes to the back kitchen.
How tall is Criella? Just quick question.
Criella is about. Oh, I don't know if I even wrote that down. Oh wait, there it is. She's about like around 5 foot.
Oh, okay, because Yvatla is 6'4".
Yeah, she's about 5 feet.
Okay.
Getting sassed at by somebody who's almost a foot and a half shorter than you.
Yeah, next time I'm just gonna ignore her because I can't hear her up there.
She
But-
could climb you like a tree.
Oh. Okay.
She will not be
That's
ignored.
a quote.
Trust me.
Moving right along.
That is a quote.
Yep, that's a quote right there.
I am very uncomfortable with the energy we've run into this.
Great video today.
Anyway, the halfling
Sorry.
woman comes back, and she has for you, Yvatla, a small cup of some sort of liquid that's dark black, and then a small bowl of, where did it go? Snake lock noodles.
Right.
Interesting. Thank you very much.
And for you,
I'll have the same, if possible.
5 silver for the room.
I pull out a gold piece.
Here.
Thank you so much.
She comes back about 3-4 minutes later. You notice that you do get the same little cup of dark black liquid, but your bowl of noodles is about half full and definitely look cold.
Yep, saw that coming.
Enjoy.
Yvatla is just like mouthful, just like turns, just like, oh, they did not. Excuse me. They did not get. You are quite small. That is true. I realize this. Here, have mine. I'm not hungry anymore.
Don't pity me.
Oh, it's not pity. I'm just a token of friendship, if you will.
We can share. How about that?
So you both devour your sea anemone tendrils coated in honey batter that are then fried. And what it was given to you was essentially a shot of black sand coffee, which is Gallimaufry's version of an espresso.
Hmm. So, how did you end up in a cage like me?
They caught me off guard. You'd think after being able to hunt for most of my life, I would know when somebody was hunting me.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Very.
Really, do you know
Yes.
how you got caught?
No, that's why I made something up.
Good, because I had that plan too.
Hmm.
I just forgot to tell you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have a splitting headache still from the. I'm just gonna like lean my head down like an entire foot. Like my body's almost at like a 90-degree angle and just like pointing at like the dried blood on the back of my head.
So what banged
Extremely
you up?
painful. I don't know. But I'm in no mood for vengeance. I've already learned enough about that yesterday.
You're a curious one.
Yes, as are you. That came out wrong. I am simply very tired. I meant no offense.
None taken. It's just, been a rough week. How about that? We'll say the least.
Yes, for me as well. But this is strange. I must look into what happened yesterday. If you'd like, you're free to use the rest of my funds. I do not need this gold.
I know I've said it before, but you are a curious one. Giving money away in such an easy manner?
I've no
You
need
realize
for...
things cost money still, right?
Yes, I've no need for idle riches. I've simply got to get out of here and perhaps return back home.
I
It's
wouldn't
far.
give away all your money so quickly. You might
Oh,
still
but
need it.
trust me, I've gone through far worse with far less.
I'm sure that'll be a story to tell.
Yes.
Flashing back to Lucio, Yek, and Lothar. All three of you arrive at the gates to Gloras Keep in the middle of this thunderstorm. Both guards are kind of there waiting expectantly, and they're kind of looking Yek up and down. And as you get close, one of them kind of speaks out, "Chickens can stay in the coop out in the farms."
You got a problem with birds, but I'll fuck you up.
Okay, Shorzy. Damn.
How far outside the
Wow,
forest are we?
that
at
was
this
really
point?
aggressive.
Make an intimidation check, Yek.
By the way, how far outside the forest are we?
Oh, there is no forest anymore. That's
Good.
completely
Okay,
gone.
I will have relaxed a significant amount.
I'm a scary dude. I got a natural 20.
So then kind of like they're pretty sure of themselves, but then with your quick response and like not being afraid of them, like, welcome to Gloras Keep. We don't want no trouble. And they just let you in without having to pay the fee.
As we're walking past, have you by any chance seen a woman with blue claw marks across her face recently?
The older one with a gray mustache that kind of, loops around in a circle.
Of course.
What's it to you?
Just to be clear, I will just hand him a gold piece. Simply friends concerned about her whereabouts.
She came through, yeah.
Do you have any clue where she might have gone?
Not a one.
Wonderful. And I'll just head inside.
As you are turning to head inside, though, you do see a bolt of lightning come from the sky, and you see on one of the hills out in the fields what looks like a hunter with his bow at his side and reaching into his quiver.
I am getting behind any wall I can. And so even if that means walking inside and instantly pressing myself flat against the stone wall and just panicking.
They close the doors behind you as you are trying to stop your beating heart from exiting its body.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys see a rather small and somber town. You do see the barricades with the barbed wire and the plethora of guards surrounding the outside of the keep. You do see the slave selling block in the center of the square there, and you do see an inn with a sign of a 2D red dragon being stabbed through the gut by a halfling, not an actual dragon, on top of the building. Called Syndra's Place.
Does the does the amount of guards seem like abnormal?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take that note of that.
I will very rapidly head inside the inn because more layers between me and that hill means I am less likely to be shot.
Yek will also go inside because wet feathers are bad.
For what feathers you have left.
Huh.
I have feathers on the rest of my body.
That is
It's
true.
not the one wing.
And I too follow.
Okay. Entering, you do see Yvatla sitting at the bar with a blue-skinned tiefling. Yes.
Oh, hey there, bud. Looks like you made a friend.
And I'm like pointing out like a thing on my tome, and like I'm showing her like how there's like a blank page in there from yesterday after what happened, and like how I can't explain it. And if you look at
My tail gets stiff as I hear the newcomers coming.
if you'll excuse me, I need to go to my room. I'm just gonna ignore them and go to my room.
Okay.
I don't even look at them. Like I recognize the voice, and like I looked at Criella, and I just like dismissed myself.
All right. Night, why?
I'm like head down, just like arm behind me, just, and I walk out.
I'll go sit next to Criella. Bit of an asshole, isn't she?
I'm still stiff as a board. Like my tail is what signals my mood.
Oh, sorry. We haven't met yet. My name's Yek.
I heard the asshole thing, but I don't want to pay attention.
Yek did not say that quietly.
Yep. The name is Lothar, and we are friends of Yvatla.
More acquaintances.
So you
We've
must
met
be
once.
the people she was looking for? Well,
I'd be
trying to
surprised.
get away from. I
I'd be
really don't know.
I'd be surprised if she was looking for us. She was walking away.
All
we
I
did
know is
not-
she wanted the hell out of the forest, and I got her out.
She is not alone on that part. And it's last time we saw her, we did not part on the greatest of circumstances, and
Let me guess, you guys were actually the assholes?
Quite possibly.
I don't think I was.
Potentially regrettable decisions may have been made, but I wish to attempt to fix that with Yvatla as best I can.
Good luck with that. She doesn't
Yeah.
seem in the very best of moods, from what I can tell just now.
That's one way of putting it.
But to get things out of the way, let me formally introduce myself. The name's Criella Crestspell. And then I hold up my hand to whoever is nearest to me.
Lothar Windwalker. Do you still have the manacle on your hand?
No. We got him off.
Okay. That was out of character.
Oh, okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. I was like, wait,
No.
how do you know? No?
Yes, that's why I was
No.
checking. I was like, because if it was, I would have then offered to take it off, but it's fine.
No. We got him off.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Kayla, as you are talking with them, you do notice Dario, the slaver captain that you had previously just spoken with, enter the tavern with about 9 other men and sit on the far end of the tavern and just gives you a dirty look and then goes about drinking with his men. Sindra quickly gets drinks together for them.
Friends of yours?
More like former captors. Captors? Whatever. They caged me and why? We escaped. No biggie.
That would explain the tracks. But I take it it's not that comforting to see them here, though.
Not exactly. We didn't part on the best of terms. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
It'd be a common thread.
that hurts.
Well, I mean, I did injure, like, 2 of his men and him, so...
Oh, good on you.
Fair enough. Can I... did I see where Yvatla went? Like which room?
Upstairs to her room. But you don't know which room.
If Sindra is back at the bar or not currently serving Dario, basically, I will ask her if she could be ever so kind and tell me which room Yvatla is staying in, as I just wish to have a conversation.
And while he's talking to Sindra, I'm going to sneak away and try to find Yvatla's room on my own. I guess I'm going to roll a stealth check.
Yep. So, Lothar, you're just going like door to door looking for her?
No,
or-
I'm saying I'm asking
Ooh,
Sindra
dirty
if-
20.
Oh, you're asking Sindra.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh.
Got a dirty 20.
Nice. I'm going to do Lothar first, though.
Okay.
I'm not Sindra. Sindra was my grandmother. She fought in the Sindra Wars. Killed the dragon herself.
Impressive.
But I can't really tell you what room someone's staying in. Last time I did that, assassins killed them and took all their money, and I never got paid. You're not assassins, are you?
No, acquaintances that wish to make amends.
As you're talking with her, Lucio, you do find room number 7, and you are able to follow the footsteps that kind of are briefly outlined by just the faintest bit of water. I figure that that's Yvatla's.
Okay, I'm going to, I guess, knock quietly. I guess loud enough for Yvatla to hear, but not loud enough for anyone else.
Who's there?
It's Lucio.
Oh,
I come in.
Lucio. And I'm gonna like rush to the door and like unchain the chain lock.
Came to tell you that I didn't take the deal. I just thought you should know.
What do you mean? I saw you you all there?
I don't know how, but Lothar gave me a choice, and I chose her. I just thought you should know.
You may want to come in.
And I enter the room.
Okay. Real quick, Lothar, Sindra's granddaughter is just wasting your time, kind of. And then after my mother fell ill and died, I had to come home from school in the capital. I was going to become a poet, you know. I was quite good. All the
I will
boys
just pull out
loved my
5
poetry.
gold pieces and just place them on the counter. As
I'll get
much
you
as
some
I am
food.
enjoying these stories,
She's already left to go get you food. Because she assumes you want to sit there, talk, and eat.
I'm gonna go right up to Dario and his boys.
All right, they all stop and stare at you as you approach.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was wondering if you saw a lady with a wing. Just anywhere.
No.
Are you?
Sorry, pigeon.
I don't much like being called a pigeon. I'm a vulture.
Smell like one.
but I have
You're
heard.
damn right I do, and proud of
You
it.
would have heard that, Lothar.
I will start just walking over. Oh yeah, barbarian. I don't wear armor. Okay, I will just be slowly tensing muscles as I'm walking towards them, just as a warning.
You watch Dario stand up, but all of Dario's men also stand up, and they look really nervous, like what's going to go down. Some of them have their hands going towards their dirks, like they're not sure what to do, waiting for a command maybe.
Just using minor illusion, basically, magic is just going to start swirling in my hand. Not doing anything, just as a form of show and power. Would you like to apologize for my friend? I'm sure you know, as well as the rest of us, what his kind did for us in the wars. And more importantly, I'm sure you don't want to have a fight now of all days.
Yek is just like,
Can you not fucking count? There's 10 of us, and 2 of you, and 1 of you is crippled.
Make that 3 of them.
What do you want, you little horned sheep?
Great
Oh,
sword is coming out
well,
into one
How about a
hand,
rematch?
and
He pulls
radiant
2
energies.
dirks, and the rest of them also all pull their knives. And you hear
One-on-one.
Sindra,
How about we go outside to not wreck this wonderful tavern? And I'm sure it'd be more entertaining to have a bit more space.
Sindra does come out with like a tray of food, and she's like, I leave for 2 fucking seconds, and you all start fighting.
I do not mean
puts everything
to
down.
damage your tavern.
No fucking fighting.
Call me Shelby.
In all fairness, the 3 of us didn't pull anything. They pulled their weapons on us first.
And we do
Yek
not
holds
wish
his
to
hands
damage
up
your
as though he
tavern.
didn't have any weapons.
We are planning on taking this outside. If anything is to escalate, your tavern is not in any danger.
No fucking fighting. Now you sit your ass back down at that bar. We're going to continue our date, and you, point to Dario,
Date.
get the fuck out of my tavern. If I see any of you or your crew here again, I swear to the gods above, I will have Gloras get your head on a damn spear. You still owe me 50 gold on your damn tab.
Does he start walking out?
Let's go. And
Okay,
he and the
as-
others leave.
As he
Have a
walks
nice
out, I'm
night.
just going to whisper to him, run along, little boy.
Roll to
He's
intimidate.
gonna take offense. Great.
Can I intimidate?
Feel.
You can try, yeah. He rolled a not a nat 20. He rolled a dirty 20.
21. Half orc
He
has
like gives you
proficiency.
this like side eye, but you can see a lot of fear behind it, and just he kind of picks up the pace as he leaves.
Right before they go out the door, I make a chicken noise. Just
The last one, Donovan, that Criella is acquainted with, just kind of like ushers out.
It's men like those that I hate.
Yes,
Think
I can
they're
see-
high and mighty.
I can see the distaste. Not the biggest fans of them myself now, either. And I will sheathe my greatsword again and will go and sit back at the bar.
Enjoy your date.
Lothar has a girlfriend.
You have a bowl of what were they called? Snake lock noodles. She also has honey flame bread, which is a fried dessert soaked in honey and coated in some spices. She has plantain cups there for you, which are sweet and savory dish of fried plantain stuffed with meat and rice.
Ooh.
And she has 2 of the black sand coffees for you. And she just keeps talking about her college days and how great she could have been and how much better off she'd be rich and famous and making the best poetry in the whole kingdom if it wasn't for her goddamn family and all, just giving you basically way too much trauma dumping basically on you.
Okay, I will get to like 3/4 of the way through the meal and get to a point where there's like the tiniest break in what she's saying. As much as I am enjoying these stories and as much as I've enjoyed this time, do you think it would at all be possible to allow me to just have a conversation with my friend, and I will surely return?
Oh, sure. Just like my last husband, that's what he said.
Oh.
Still waiting for him to come back. Fine, David.
She can stay
fine.
waiting.
And she goes back to the kitchen.
Oh.
Well, that took about an hour. Criella and Yek, what were you two doing during this time?
Rock, paper,
I
scissors.
was
Paper, scissors.
For an hour. They just tied for an hour straight.
Yeah.
gonna try and just slip out of the room and try and just retire for the night. See if I could go
You're
check
able
on
to.
why.
Okay, so I'll say that's about halfway through. Yek, what were you doing?
I guess I'll do the same. Would I be able to find Lucio based on his scent?
You certainly can, but they're going to have about 20 minutes to themselves before you and Criella intercede. So Lucio and Yvatla, potluck, if you guys want to have a private conversation, now would be the time.
I'm gonna be holding my tome out, and there's like burning red and yellow words on a page in a language that I don't understand. And just say, I can't read what this says, but the words, they're peering into my mind. I can understand them regardless of the text.
What does
Do
it
you
say?
have something like this?
What language is the book in? I guess this
Draconic.
page.
This page is in Draconic.
I speak Draconic.
Okay, cool. So,
I would not say the words if you know them.
Can I say them in my head
Remember what
safely?
happened last time?
yes,
Yeah,
Some-
yeah, I know.
I will message you real quick what the page says.
Cool.
The wording is a bit erratic, but I do not know. This is the words are alight for a reason, and I do not know why. It seems once more to free something, but I do not want what happened yesterday to happen again.
Neither do I. And I'm just gonna sort of not neglect what the words say, but just like acknowledge that they're there, but not say them aloud. Because I know what happened last time.
I do not know why, but I feel a strong inclination to read the words, but not here. There must be somewhere safe that I can read this in case something happens.
Yeah. Although I don't know where that would be.
Me neither. And I fear that there may not be much time, for I do not know how this tome works completely yet. I just know that when something like this happens, it is in a particular circumstance or a location or at a time of the day.
Has it been doing anything strange since you got here?
It's simply been warming up and cooling down intermittently at random. I cannot determine why or how. I just know that this text is... There was a reason it was locked away.
I could probably see why.
Yes.
But if it's warming up, there's something must be here, correct?
Yes. That's what I'm afraid of.
Me too. do I have any knowledge of Relios before this happened?
Not with, so like what you've just learned the other day, no.
Okay.
I remember last session, like the last thing that Yvatla did before she went unconscious is I like read more in the tome, and I found there was like Scarret was one of the goddess or the gods that went to massacre the Gith, and like, did I derive any other information?
Pertaining to like Relios's imprisonment.
Just anything about him, yeah. Like I was just looking for any information regarding him yesterday.
No, not really. You do notice that a lot of the pages don't look normal. Like some pages look fresher and newer than other pages. Some pages look older, or like they're made of different material. And I did tell you the thing about the cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a like lime green hand on it, doesn't it?
No. It has a black handprint,
That's what
humanoid, but then the actual leather for the outside of the book is brown, but you notice that there's a slight green to just a few pieces here and there of it.
Oh, it's made of Gith skin.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh my! I'm just gonna sort of like have my head in my hands and sort of like just start to like pick at my sleeves that are like covering up my I guess fur pattern of the wind tattoo on my arm that basically it's like a full white arm, and I just start to like pick at the sleeves as they like start to itch, and I just sort of like, but what does this mean for me? Like, I don't know how I fought off Relios's deal or just changed it, but when I did, I saw my deity, Malsara, but Lothar was dead. And I don't know what this means, or if it means anything, but I don't hear him.
Perhaps this means if he continues on his course, he'll end up dead.
I'm not sure.
Well, what I'm about to do will prove potentially very dangerous. If you would please, if anything is to happen to me, attempt to close the book or silence me. If anything happens
Okay,
that puts you in danger, just run.
I trust you. I hope.
Yek bursts through the door. I thought I heard a familiar voice. How you doing, bud?
I am reading the phrase.
Are you kidding me? You're just gonna barge in? Barge in? That was your plan?
I'm like holding one hand out, and like before I start reading, I'm just like, this could get very intense very quickly. Please stay.
Well, you know what else is intense? Getting your wing cut off. I think I can handle it, bud.
I wouldn't mess with something you don't know. Listen to her.
Open the book to the page. That is exactly what I'm doing. I am messing with something I do not completely understand. But this happens for a reason. This book, the words in it, they alight for some ulterior motive I've yet to uncover.
Words out loud. Potluck.
Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna flip to the page, and I'm just gonna like move my hand in a circular motion and like try to like pull the words up from the page, almost like a holograph for like everyone to see.
And they do float off the page and begin to rearrange themselves in common. And you are then able to read the spell on the page.
Fire. Burn. Your freedom. Earn.
Lothar,
Oh, Christ.
as you are downstairs about to head upstairs, you notice the lava stone in the fireplace kind of crack and move. And then again. And Syndra's just... Well, that was
Yes,
odd.
Get as far away as you can right now. By the way, would that have counted as a short rest as I was just sitting there listening?
Yeah, it was a short rest.
Sweet.
It's
Okay,
just a rock. And she starts walking towards it.
I
And you see
will
it-
grab her, pick her up, and just place her behind the bar.
All right.
If this is anything like what I think it is going to be, trust me, you do not want to get any closer to that. Stay there, and I'm going to
You see an
run
arm with a
upstairs.
hand of pure obsidian black rock intermingled with red lava claw out of the fireplace, and another one, and then a head rise up with fiery red eyes, no mouth. Yvatla, you hear in your head, in a raspy voice, "Thank you,
I'm
Dragon
running
Keeper."
upstairs.
Oh no.
And two legs form, and it begins to crawl out the front door into the night storm.
Do we hear anything from upstairs?
You
Yeah,
hear what
can I
sounds like
see him?
cracking rock.
You probably hear
Syndra
me
does let
yelling.
out a small scream, and as it does exit the building, you do hear someone outside scream.
I'm running.
I go running. I go running towards the screen, bow ready.
All right,
Lava
you
Rock
go
close to the
downstairs.
book. Follow.
Come.
I'm holding the book open in my hand, walking out, like running out.
I have my bow ready as well.
Lothar,
just
you were saying
following.
something?
I was saying is I was running up to try and warn them. The second I see them coming, I'm saying, lava rock, monster, not good, come outside now, and I'm sprinting back downstairs, drawing my great sword.
Okay, you all exit the building, and you see in the night rain a fairly large, but not really that big, about the size of a Great Dane, lava rock monster, a cinder slag elemental. And it currently has Dario.
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 Joykeeper's face in its fist into the earth, and you can see it's burning his face off. You see another one of his men dead, burnt to a crisp.
Ugh.
Can I
and it
run up
looks
and
As
attempt to
much as
slice
I
at
hate
its
this man, I
hand
can't
with-
see them all die. And I
Can
just
I slice at his
let an arrow
hand
go at
to
it.
try and free Dario?
Okay. Roll to hit, Henry.
And that's as in I would be running up, raging as I'm doing this to take the swing, because I'm very concerned about this. That is a dirty 20.
That'll
Which one?
hit.
Great. Okay.
Well, I guess I don't need this map.
Shall we roll initiative?
Would you
23
say
damage.
is
Wait,
the
After
rain
this,
taking any
This is
effect on
23
the
damage
body
to
of the...
slice off the hand.
Oof.
Ooh.
okay. So you do cut
that,
through the hand.
3 of that is radiant, if that makes any difference. No, 4 of it, sorry. 4 of it's radiant.
Actually, is that a magical weapon, sir?
So the greatsword itself is not, but I'm seeing because I have my Radiant Fury. So it still takes, even if the rest of it doesn't count, it still takes 4 radiant damage from
Okay,
Divine
because it is
Fury.
resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Okay. Takes 14 damage in total.
Okay. You are able to cut off its hand, and the stone around Dario's face cools, but then you do see lava kind of dripping out and forming a new hand.
I will
Roll
attempt to basically
initiative.
pick Dario
Oh
up.
god.
He's dead.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah,
Dario's
that happens
dead,
when you
or-
get
Dario
that happens when you
Joykeeper is
get
dead.
face grabbed by a
As much as I hate
giant
him, I'm kind
lava
of glad to
elemental.
see him dead.
That changed, your attitude changed very quickly. You're like, I
You
can't
know-
let him die. I'm glad to see him dead.
As much as I hate the man, he got what he deserved.
I got a 7? Are you kidding
I got
me
a
for
10.
initiative? God. Yeah.
Initiative. That's a 13.
Okay.
I got
At
an
least I rolled a dirty 20 for stealth.
That's good at least.
While this is happening,
Got
right
a
before we all
14.
jump into the fray, I'd like to just say, please don't harm it. It will only make it worse.
Don't harm it. What do you plan? You
What
just
do you know
murdered
about
people.
it? What do you know about it?
Not much.
Yeah,
Let me
what'd you get for
try.
initiative?
18.
Then who am I missing? Criella and Lucio.
I got
7.
a 14.
So it's Yek, Criella, Lothar, me, Lucio, and then the slag elementals in there somewhere.
It's right after Criella.
Oof.
Okay, so Yek, you are up first.
All right.
I don't have a map prepared for this, so sorry.
No worries.
Bonus action. I'm gonna do my planar warrior thing. So my attack deals force damage, and I do an extra D8 of force damage. Ooh, natural 20, baby.
This is not gonna go well.
Misses.
That's 4d8 force damage total.
Because of the crit. Very nice.
Yeah. That will be 24 force damage.
Okay.
And that's all I can do on my turn.
Yeah, you kind of like carve right into the right shoulder of this cinder slag elemental, and bits of lava do spray. So Lothar and Yek, or no, you didn't get next to it, Yek, did you?
Nope.
No, Lothar, I need you to make just a dex save for me real quick.
Sorry, bud.
And I can see this, meaning I get advantage. Oh, double 17s. So that's a total of dirty 20.
Cool, so you're only going to take half damage. You take 2 points of fire damage as lava kind of splatters on you a little bit.
Okay.
Criella, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna take a bonus action to Hunter's Market, and I'm going to just let one of my arrows fly, kind of like trying to see if I can draw its attention.
Okay.
That's a 24.
24 will hit.
Awesome. Okay, and then this one, and it's okay. So that's an 8 plus Hunter's Mark, so plus 3, so 11 total.
So you are able to place Hunter's Mark. You damage the cinder slag. Lothar, make another dex save since you're out right next to it.
Sorry, buddy.
Are they really, though?
That's a 12.
Fail. So you will take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Whoa, for damage. God damn it.
That's good.
Hey, that's great for us.
Yeah.
You do see Dario's men just kind of scatter and run.
Not so tough now.
Kind of towards the troops that are surrounding the keep. The cinder slag is going to look straight at Yvatla and kind of lumber up to her.
Opportunity attack.
Kneel in front of her.
Attack
You do get an
opportunity.
opportunity attack, yes.
Stop trying to kill my fucking lava dog.
Well,
I said
listen,
it's the
so far.
size of a lava dog.
I warned
It
you.
is humanoid in shape.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I just needed a size comparison.
Got it.
16 to hit.
You are really missing, like, language descriptions today, Jake.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Jacob, that is a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, and is this still resistant, meaning I need to halve?
Yep.
Okay. Great. Total of 11 damage.
Slap damage.
That's-
All right.
And that's including the halving, the bludgeoning, or slashing, sorry.
You just kind of carve right out the back, open up like a new line of lava. So make a dex save.
Of course. Oh, these decks, I've got advantage and still aren't good. That's an 8 with advantage.
Jeez.
That's no fun.
Yeah, I got 2 out of 5.
These dice are going to dice jail. That's a 1 point of fire damage. Down.
So it's lumbering over to me and kneeling.
Yeah, it lumbers over to you, kneels you, and you hear in your head, "Thank you." And you see it like look off towards the mountains. I have work to do. And then it's going to disengage and burrow 20 feet down and 20 feet across now. You have lost it. You can still see a slight glow from the lava that it's created going down into the earth and everything.
The mountains? Is it
I
the
can
same,
still track
like-
it though. With Hunter's Mark?
Only Yvatla heard that.
No, but you said it looked...
Yes.
Was that the same one that I saw the hunter on? Would it be like the same mountains that I saw the hunter on?
It's where we came from, right?
Yep.
Oh,
And where I believe Yek saw the big shadow in the sky.
Yep, it's back where we came from.
I'm gonna go up to Dario's body and see if I'm just gonna loot the body, see what he has.
Okay.
Can I go see if I find anything over there too?
So you find 2 dirks, which are just fancy daggers. You find 20 gold. You find a key to, like a small ring of keys to either shackles or cages.
I take those.
You find a whip. You do find a purple potion about yay big. Not sure what it is though. And you do find this like glass-colored orb, and inside it fire dances. And that's it.
As that's happening, I'm stabbing my greatsword into the ground, knowing it's stone, but to do that to keep my rage going, basically. And I'm walking straight up to Yvatla. What the fuck was that?
It was something from the tome. I needed to read it.
As you guys are discussing this and looting Darius' body, you do hear warning bells start ringing, and you do see troops start to pour out of the keep at the top of the hill. And they eventually, one does reach you. He's like, "Be gone, citizens! Come on, go, go, go! This is for the guard. Go,
But of course, I
Of course,
apologize. We must be going.
go! Unless you want me to arrest you. Go!"
No, we're going, we're
Force
going, we're
your head
going.
Back inside the tavern. You read from the book after what happened?
Yes.
After walking away from me doing the same thing, you then read from the book.
You may not be vengeful, but you're pretty stupid.
Speak not to me about intellect, you avian fool. I'm going to... you don't understand the circumstances in which I needed to read this.
And what makes your circumstances different for needing to read and summon that than for me reading to try and help someone?
That does seem pretty stupid, bud.
You all heard the incantation.
I didn't.
It
Um,
was exactly
You
what I
heard
read.
the incantation, most of you did. It needs to free something. Free you, perhaps, free us, free whatever
or it
is
could be
afflicting...
freeing an evil greater than we have already potentially opened.
Did we all just ignore the giant lava creature that burrowed into the ground?
Yes, the one that you apparently summoned.
No, I didn't ignore it. I caught it.
We need to go where it went. And it went to the mountain. It told me itself. It has work to do.
How wide is the tunnel that it burrowed through?
About roughly the size of its body.
Enough that we could walk through it?
Crawl.
It would be a tight fit for you guys because some of you are pretty big. And then Yek's one wing would be a little hard
Yeah, I'm
pressed
only
in that space.
4'5" though.
You're 4'5"?
Damn.
What? I thought they're the size of
Criella.
regular people.
So while the town guards are investigating the hole and trying to figure out what happened and follow the creature and all that stuff, you are able to slip past them in the darkness and the rain, and you are able to sneak into Gloras Keep, which is now mostly unguarded. And you find about 50 cages filled with people, children, women of all races, and you are able to unlock them and free them.
Get out of here as soon as you can. And I try and give, like, I try and get as many of the women and children out of there, get them as safely as I can.
So you're taking the time to escort them out of the keep?
Or try and show them, like, the way, not show them, but, like, tell them, kind of, like, try and take this path, avoid this, avoid that.
Mm-hmm. You watch the vast majority of them, about 46 people, sneak through the town of Gloras Keep, up and over the wall and back down on the outside to freedom. Only 3 of them are caught by guards and brought back to their cells, and then you hear more warning bells begin to get rung, as the guards have now realized all the slaves that they were planning to sell have escaped. And you are able to slip back into Syndra's place completely unnoticed.
Wonderful.
That's what you're doing.
So we need to leave now towards the mountain.
I agree.
Sorry, what is this about a mountain?
Where were you?
Nowhere.
Were you not listening to our entire conversation?
No. I was totally here.
roll
But
insight.
just jog my
Can I roll
memory.
it?
I'd also
Insight?
like to roll. We're
Can I
all
roll
rolling
insight
insight.
on that? Yep.
Okay. You do hear warning bells ringing in the distance.
Yeah, I'm
Dirty
probably
20.
Dirty 20 as well.
That is a
You're just doing a deception, right, against them?
Yep.
Cool.
13.
13.
That's a dirty 20.
Because we're trying to perceive, do we not then beat the DC?
It is.
Defender always wins, and she is defending.
That is true.
You believe her.
Regardless, we need to leave before anything else happens.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'll follow your guys' lead. Just, yeah. Go.
You're
I
acting
agree with
aloof.
you, Yvatla.
But I
So
mean,
you're trying
we
to leave
did-
tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have rooms. We're not going to use those or anything.
Did you not see the giant, flaming, humanoid figure?
All right, fair point. And possibly I'd be able to track it right now.
And you saw what it did to Dario. It would be much worse if it happened to someone who was not an ass.
Yes, we are very fortunate that it happened to someone as deserving as him. And like we're walking out in the street, or like I at least open the door and I point out to his burned corpse.
You kind of watch the city guards like look at it in disgust, spit on it, and then kick it down the hole.
That.
I will walk out at that, and I will shove that guard in the chest back. Do not desecrate a body that has already been burned.
He's gonna grab you by the shirt and who the fuck do you think you are?
I get in the middle of them.
You're
Sorry,
under
he's had
arrest.
too much. He's had too much to drink.
He's
Roll persuasion
belligerent.
at
I'd like to
disadvantage.
try to help.
Okay, so Criella, you're gonna roll persuasion at disadvantage. Yvatla, you're gonna roll the help. So D20, 10 or higher, +2, 9 or lower, -2.
I got a 19.
So you can add 2 to your roll, Criella.
I gotta add 2 to it,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
On top of
so
it.
that'll give me a 16.
Ooh, that's what they rolled.
Oh,
So the defenders win.
Damn it! I was
You're
so
like,
close.
No, he's coming with us, and you will too, you horned freak.
Leave her out of this. You were the one that kicked a body that deserved to be buried down into a hole like it was trash.
Dude,
All she is trying to do.
Make a dex save for me real quick.
both of us
punches
or just him?
fly.
No, just
Do I
Henry.
see-
Oh,
Do I
okay.
see this coming?
No, it's behind you.
Okay, that's fine. That is a 14 then.
Yep, they rolled 16. You are whacked over the head with something and collapse to the ground, unconscious.
Sorry, they did 47 damage?
Yes,
I hit you with the bonkin' sticking.
5 damage, non-lethal.
But it knocks me out.
Yes.
You got
so-
knocked the fuck out!
Yeah, unless you want to fight your arrest, you can certainly do that.
How many guards are there?
What are you feeling, Henry? Are you feeling like taking on the guards and the slavers?
How many guards
Or
are
do you
there
feel like
at the
having a night in
moment?
the cells? It is your choice.
This is extremely time relevant.
Oh,
There's
I
about
don't
15.
fight it because
no. How forcefully did he kick the body? That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, pretty forcefully.
Okay, the dice word of my favor this time. I am just going to accept it.
Okay. So you and Criella are led into Gloras Keep, and you are under arrest. You were put in cells, not the ones outside that Criella freed all the slaves from, but in the dungeon underneath the keep.
you're
And you
just,
are both chained to the wall in the
I
same
just
cell.
stood
you
there
just
in.
had to open your big mouth,
I
didn't
just stood
you?
there in awe
Have
the entire
not
time.
had a good couple days. And as much as nature may have turned against me at this point, dead is still sacred, and they should not just be discarded like that.
In a bolt of lightning, Lothar, you do see half the face through a slit in the wall of a dead-faced Scarret. And a smile just on his face. And then he's gone.
I will literally have a panic attack.
I hope I cause it.
No, I'm saying Lothar is having a panic attack.
Oh, well, I mean, if you have one too, I'll appreciate it. But
What is wrong with you?
I would feel fulfilled, okay? Anyway,
How much?
No, I was
How-
saying that to you. I was saying that to Lothar.
How much did Yvatla tell you about what happened?
Nothing. I know absolutely nothing. You guys just show up out of the blue, say you guys are all friends or acquaintances or whatnot, and I'm just kind of thrown into the middle of your guys' mess.
She was showing you a blank page when we walked in. Did she tell you what it was about?
Just that she can't really remember much of what happened, and that's all that she had.
Let's say an unfortunate decision was made on my part, and I have angered at least one celestial being at this point, and it is not working out well for me.
If I could slap you right now, I would. Are you an idiot? You don't mess with the gods.
I was not attempting to mess with the gods. I was attempting to save my family. I was not expecting this to be the outcome of it.
Play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Pick your poison.
Just for the sake of my moment, my hands, can I still cast like minor illusion?
you can.
Okay.
The chains that are holding you like up to the wall are
That's fine.
not magicked.
The window that I saw him through, that's just becoming solid.
Okay. It wasn't so much a window, it was more of a slightly
Whatever
larger
it is,
crack in the wall.
whatever, that's now solid. I can't see through it.
Okay. About an hour later, a guard does come, and he has a small plate of some like rotting bread. He's going to give you guys for food, but then you notice his body tense as he collapses to the ground. And you notice a elven woman with long brown hair, a green cloak, and a short bow strapped to her side, well, not her side, like on her body, and a quiver full of arrows, and the holy symbol of Scarret.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You're about to get
She does have a
fucking
mask
deaded.
on,
What?
so you can only really see her eyes.
What do you want?
And you do see a fox skirting in and around her feet, which is the holy animal of Scarret.
If you weren't for him, surely then you have heard what I've been trying to say. I am sorry for this. This is not what I intended whatsoever with what I did.
She pulls an arrow out, aims it at you, and it cracks against the stone right next to your face. She gets the bailiff's key and
Like her.
unlocks the cage and pulls another arrow and points it right at your stomach, but then lowers it and it explodes on the stone right between your legs.
Stop
Right next to
toying with
you.
me.
All
What?
of the guys significantly just cringed right at that moment.
What? Stop toying with me. What do you want?
She pulls out another arrow and
Clearly
uses it to
sending a
lift
message,
up your
can't you?
chin. He has sent me as your first hunter, and I will be the last hunter. These arrows will fill your back and I will tan your hide for him.
Then why not finish it now if that is the point of this? Why toy with me?
I like to play with my prey.
How close is she?
She's about 5 feet from you. She's
Okay.
using the arrow currently to like lift up your chin.
That's fine. I'm tall. Drop kick her in the stomach.
Roll to hit. With disadvantage because you do have chains on your legs.
No, but as in I'm jumping to do this. I'm not using my hand. Oh, wait, chains on my legs.
Yeah, so you're
Oh.
like chained like an X. Both of you.
Pain.
26. 26 to hit.
Defying physics, you just give them a big middle finger, and you are somehow able to drop kick this woman and bring her
That
to her
is
knees.
6 bludgeoning damage to the stomach.
Did you break the chains?
You do hear what may have been like a snapped rib from her.
Okay.
She kind of looks up at you. As you do this, though, the fox is going to lunge forward and try to bite your ankles. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're going to take 5 piercing damage
Okay.
as this thing just tears into your Achilles heel.
Ah.
Ooh.
She says, now, Scarlet. We'll hunt this prey when it's free. And then she backs out and leaves. You guys spend the rest of the night in the cell, and you guys in your rooms in the Syndra's place. Come morning, the storm has completely passed. You notice that the town guards are kind of guarding the hole and having slaves fill it in with dirt. Syndra at breakfast is kind of excited and talking about, I heard like a bunch of the slaves escaped, and Lady Glora is not happy with this. She's going to be sending out more teams and probably raise the damn taxes. It's hard enough paying for this place as it is. I would
Was
have
that a
just
lot-
become a damn poet,
Did we get a long rest in jail?
more or less, yeah.
Okay,
It
nice.
wasn't a comfortable one, but it is.
That's fine.
Awesome.
Did I hear Syndra say the stuff about the taxes and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll walk up to her and I'll put the bag of gold that I got from Dario on the counter. I feel like this is kind of our fault, so maybe this will help with the taxes if they do go up. If not, money.
He owed you anyways.
Your fault? Why would it be your fault?
I don't know.
Long story.
Trouble just kind of finds us.
This is true.
Huh. Okay. Well, you can stay another night if you like. With this generous gift, you will always have a room here.
Oh, well, thank you, bud.
My pleasure.
Now, should we see about bailing Lothar and Criella? I mean, we've got a bit of a task ahead of us, don't you think?
I suppose so.
We should probably go get our friends out of the prison, though.
Poor Criella. She's not saying that in like a pitiful way. She's just saying it like, God, I really didn't want her to get caught in this.
So as you leave, you do see, Syndra did briefly describe this woman to you. It is a purple tiefling with red eyes. She has an iron crown of twisted thorn on her head and a long flowing blue cape and what looks like broken shackles on her wrist. And she's currently ordering the guards around, bossing them around. You see her with a whip, and she does whip a slave that's not moving fast enough for her to fill in the hole.
Yek is going to go help fill in the hole faster.
Yek,
She looks at
I
you,
won't
puzzled,
get
like,
involved.
you there, bird. What are you doing?
I mean, they're still people. They deserve help if they need it.
These are not people, these are trash. Beast of burden.
They look like people to me.
They are not. And you see her just kind of turn and whip this young elven woman
Can I
right
try
across
to
the front of her chest. What?
Can I try to grab the end of the whip?
you want
Give
to
me a
take the full
dex check,
force?
Yek!
You want to catch the full force of breaking the sound barrier at a fine point?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
That's a 18.
Cool, so you're able to catch it, but you're going to take the 2 damage.
That's fine.
And she just kind of like, Gods, arrest this chicken. Take him to the jail.
We were actually just going there. There's no need
And
to.
you are put into chains and walked into Gloras Keep and taken to the dungeon.
I'm up so they can't catch me.
You're just gonna stop getting arrested.
I'll just fly 10 feet in the air. None of them are that tall.
2 of them are going to throw their spears at you. Does a 16 hit?
Why can't we just go to jail in
16
peace?
does hit, yes.
Why do we have to go to jail to go
No,
to jail?
5
I
does
just want
not
to visit
hit.
jail. God.
Why
Guys, I'm
Points of
just,
piercing
Jail to
damage
go to
as
jail.
1 spear catches you.
I'm just getting a head start to the jail. If this is
How much
happening, I
piercing
don't
damage was
care
it?
anymore.
4 piercing damage, Yek.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like sigh and just disbelief and just walk after Yvatla.
So the spear stuck into me, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it out.
Do you have to make flying concentration?
No, it's a part of my movement.
Yeah, it's just heavily reduced because he's missing 1.
Dang.
It's not graceful at all.
I'll take the spear out. You want this back?
Well, yeah, I kind of need it for my job, or else I have to pay to replace it. It's just really a hassle, and there's a lot of paperwork.
All right, well, fuck you. I'm keeping it, and then I'll put it in my bag and fly away.
Okay, as you start to fly away, though,
Oh, God.
Glora is going to cast lightning bolts, so I need you to make a dex save.
Oh.
Can't you just go to jail peacefully so we can go to jail and get our friends out of jail because they went to
No.
jail?
Natural 20.
Oh,
Cool,
thank
you'll
you.
only
Still
take
taking
half
half of a
damage.
lightning bolt.
Oh,
You're
You'll
gonna
be
get
Uncle
fucking
Iroh right now.
skewered.
Just redirect it.
I'll show you lightning.
God. Yeah.
Missoula shit there.
I just like hear like a
Um,
boom like behind me, and I'm just gonna be like, keep going.
This again.
Do we hear this from the dungeon by any chance?
You might hear the lightning, but you can kind of see that there's no storm outside, so you're a little perplexed.
I'm just gonna start panicking again at a random lightning bolt.
Lothar,
Drama.
deep breaths. Remember, in through the
She's
nose,
gonna
out
come
through the
back.
mouth.
She's
24
going to
points of
come back.
lightning damage, Yek.
Said 24.
24.
Oh, thank God you saved. Oh,
At
You
this
just
point,
got
I'm just
fried,
gonna use
motherfucker.
actions to fly away 20 feet at a time.
So you hear them call for more guards and call to arrest you and bring you in. So you're now wanted. Congratulations.
I'm wanted, but I have a place to stay.
It's in the town where you're wanted.
I hear
We
a
did not
paradox
think this
happening.
I am
None of
going
you
to
thought this
cure
through.
wounds myself for a little
Okay.
bit. Point.
You see some guards on like the wall kind of like take shots at you with their bow. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Cool.
Is this before or after the cure wounds?
This is before the cure wounds.
Christ
no.
almighty.
Because once you get past the wall, you'll be safe. Does 9, sorry, no, I already did the damage. 9 damage, piercing damage.
Ooh,
It's
I'm
2 arrows.
I'm down.
Oh my God.
How high up were you?
I was definitely high enough to fly over the buildings. But I
Ooh.
wasn't flying straight up.
That's a large distance.
That's a oof.
So about 30 to 50 feet.
I'd say like 30.
Okay.
God, you're gonna take a couple d6s for that one, buddy.
But that's a death save then.
7
yeah.
points of falling damage.
Okay.
As you fall from the sky unconscious and crash into the ground, unbeknownst to you, your wing bones breaking,
Cool.
they tie you up, put you in chains, and drag you through the mud all the way back to Gloras Keep and throw you into the dungeon. As a criminal, convicted criminal that tried to escape justice, you will be sold into slavery.
Cool.
Whereas opposed to Lothar and Criella, just have to either A, wait out their sentence, or pay a fine.
How long is the sentence, were we told?
You don't know yet, because Gloras occupied with a hole left by a elemental, and now an escaping Aarakocra criminal.
Oh, is there a representative there now that Lucio and I have gotten there before all this happened?
You see a female halfling guard with a eye patch. That they're waiting at the front entrance to Gloras Keep, and you tell them what they want to do, and they bring you down to the dungeon, and you are able to find and talk with Lothar and Criella, who are still tied up.
I can't say I'm surprised at you, Lothar, but Criella, I did not mean for this to happen. I'm very sorry.
You know, this is what I get for trying to do a good deed. Maybe I should just stick to my own business.
Probably be safer.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's too late. You guys kind of already got me wrapped up into this whole thing, so I kind of want some answers.
I have no idea. I've only met these people just yesterday.
As you guys
Wait.
are talking with each other,
What?
you notice two guards drag in an unconscious Yek and tie him upside down by his ankles in the adjacent cell.
I was
What
about to
did
tell
he
you
do?
about
You
that.
gotta be kidding me.
What did he do?
He resisted arrest.
I don't know this bird.
You know how
Oh, you
long it's been since I had adventurers get arrested? It's been since the summer of 2018, all right?
You're welcome.
We did it, what, 4 times in one session?
Yeah.
Yvatla, as much as our relationship is strange at the moment, I would appreciate it if...
What
I could-
relationship? I met you yesterday.
Yeah, I only met you like,
Acquaintanceship.
what, a couple hours ago? Maybe 8, 9, 10 hours ago?
Yvatla, as much as we may have only known each other a day at this point, you cannot deny that we are certainly wrapped up together in whatever situation this is now. And you know that we need to go after that lava monster. I know we need to go after that, and the easiest way to do that is if I am not chained up.
Which is the point I was getting to. I will not let you leave until you can promise me you will listen to me
And not get arrested again?
and not get arrested again.
As long as they don't go around desecrating the dead, then we should be fine.
He was a pile of shit, but that is
He
beyond
was
the point.
still...
Yek, you are brought to consciousness with 1 HP by the guards.
Cool.
They put your wing in a makeshift sling so the bones can heal. Or until
Seems
someone
like
does
they
cast
care
a
about
cure
you a
wounds
tad.
on you.
Oh, actually, I can still use my hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As much as the deal was regretful, Yvatla, it is not necessarily as bad as you believe it is. And with that, healing light will start to just shoot from my hand into Yek to heal him.
Ooh,
6 HP.
nice. I'm also gonna cure wounds myself
All right.
for 5, 7 hit points.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Shackles that are around my ankles, are they, given that Aarakocra are not super common, do they fit like snugly, or is there a chance I could slip out of them? Because my legs are pretty thin, being a bird.
Yeah. They are loose, but you can't get them over like your,
You'd have to like break
I
your
don't know,
like
yeah,
foot.
your bird foot.
You'd have to
And
like
trying to pull them
dislocate
up further
that.
towards like what would be your thigh doesn't really work either. So they're not really like ripping onto you, but they're there.
I've been in worse situations before.
That's a
it.
conversation for another time.
Don't try and escape anymore. You've already caused enough problems, apparently, if you're getting dragged in here unconscious.
You heard the boom
Yeah.
earlier.
It was just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
I
do notice that
suppose
some of his feathers are slightly burned.
He was set alight with
That's-
electricity.
in a weird way, reassuring for me.
I should have
Oh.
eaten you when I had the chance.
Yes, so if I am to speak with the gods about releasing you. I need a full vote of confidence from you to listen to me before we do anything, because we need to right the wrongs that we have committed. All of us. I have
Listen to
made
you.
bad decisions in the past 48 hours. You
Yeah,
have
but
made
where did I listen?
terrible decisions in the past 48 hours.
I am starting to realize that.
Do I know that I'm going to be sold into slavery?
Only you, I thought.
Yeah, just him.
Give me a history check, Yek. See how well you know the laws of Britannia.
That's a dirty 20.
You're pretty sure you're going to be sold into slavery at the least.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm guessing I don't have like my belongings or anything.
No, they did take your things. They
But
did put
same
them
for
away.
us.
Your things were put away, but they will be returned to you when you are released.
Okay.
Well, if you can get to my stuff, what I did was not great. But if you get to my stuff and get the money out of it, I'm probably going to be sold into slavery. But you could probably just buy me with my.
That sounds incredibly wrong. I do not want to purchase you. Perhaps you can buy your own freedom.
Well, I will.
Behind
That's
you,
highly
Yvatla,
unlikely.
you do hear someone say, "Oh, he will not be for sale," and you do see Lady Glora behind you, whip in hand, and
Whoa.
she opens up Yek's cage and takes a dagger and like traces around his leg. It is not every day that Griqarr come to me. I have many buyers who would wish to dine with him, if you catch my drift.
My tail starts to go crazy. Like
I'm going to.
I'm on edge.
I'm scaredly going to like bow respectfully, and just this man is an accomplice of mine, and he was very wrongfully arrested, and he attempted to resist only because he was provoked. It was an accident, I assure you, and it would not happen again if you would let us leave the walls of the city. We would never return.
She comes right up to you and like grabs you by the chin and starts looking over your face. Aren't you a beautiful and curious creature? And she traces your claw marks. Oh, with this story I could sell you for so much.
I'm gonna step in and try to, I guess, draw her attention to me instead. It's like, leave him alone. Leave her alone.
Back, see, and she's gonna grab you and spin you around and just start petting you like behind the ears, and whispers into it, "You are my favorite kind to sell."
Okay.
Sort of like
so
the hair on the back of my neck's gonna bristle in like fear.
I'm going to tug against the chains, not necessarily with the intent to break them, but to draw attention. Leave them alone. What do you want?
You do notice as you tug on them, one of the nails on the right hand does fall
they're
out
rusty.
and cling on the wall, or cling on the ground.
That's fine.
Well, what I want is for you, and you, for assaulting my guards, to pay your 20 gold fine, and then you can go.
Of course. Sure.
You, sadly, kitty, and she pets you, but it's kind of like scratching your scalp uncomfortably. You are free to go. You are not a slave, as are you, beautiful and mysterious creature. The Griqarr stays with me, though.
How much
That's not going
would
to happen.
we need to acquire to purchase what one of your buyers would pay?
It is not in your wheelhouse.
You trying to go bankrupt? I've met people like her before. You're not going to be able to afford anything at this point.
Do you know how much Griqarr meat goes for? They're a delicacy and a rare one.
And they're also heroes. Did you not know what they did for us in the war?
I do. My buyers don't care. Sorry, what was that? Yeah.
I said we taste damn good too.
Oh my god, they cannibalize?
As I'm growing more angry at that situation, not firing, but just the energy of Eldritch Blast is going to just be swirling in my hands as I'm growing very angered.
Lothar?
You notice the two guards at the door draw their swords and walk into the room as well. You wouldn't want your friends here, and she scratches Lucio again. To get hurt, would you?
I'm just gonna start like I guess baring my teeth, sort of like a snarl.
Naughty kitty.
We are not leaving here without our friend.
For the record, Yek does not know the taste of Ericocker meat. He's just peacocking.
Ah, bird pun. God, I'm going to.
You've heard like ghost stories that were told by your clan of people eating Ericocker meat, but you never thought it actually had any weight in the world. You just thought it was a story to scare young hatchlings.
Yikes.
Yeah.
We are
Welcome
not,
to Gloras Keep.
we are not leaving here without our friend.
Lothar, you're in no position to make demands. Also, please dismiss the energy from your hands. Also, cute dog in the background. I love that dog. Look at him.
See a dog. Oh,
Like,
there it is.
Yeah.
It's
Who
like,
has the
what? There's a
dog?
dog in the back?
Oh, that dog.
But so I'm just. I meant no disrespect. Of course, I am a visitor to these lands, but. Are you a? You are a woman of business, yes.
Yes,
Your business is people.
clearly.
Hmm.
And I've lost quite a bit of my stock recently.
Yes, I heard about that.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Rather unfortunate.
She shoots you a look, Yek. Oh, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't.
She's gonna make an insight check.
Yek doesn't know.
He
Yeah,
actually
That's
does
a
not know.
nat one anyway. She believes you.
I mean,
Being an ass.
we didn't pass the insight check when Criella said that she didn't do
Mhm.
it, so we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, did Criella say it? Fuck, I missed it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
she-
No,
Yeah.
I didn't say anything just now, but earlier when they did insight against me, I won, so they believed me.
yeah, we all
They
got
have no idea that what I did.
Oh, that's right. None of them do. But
Yeah.
shit.
And
Pretty
so
hard.
Yvatla is like, perhaps we could meet a mutually beneficial agreement.
And
You know the creature that stormed outside yesterday?
yes, but it is left.
I know where it is.
I don't believe you.
And I'm just gonna like turn to the book and just like, this tome, I read an incantation. Everyone in this room who I'm acquainted with can vouch.
She looks
It's
to Criella and Lothar. Well, can she?
Yep. Saw it happen with my own two eyes.
Yeah.
Kind of terrifying stuff.
I've seen it twice.
Yes, she read from the
Yeah.
book and summoned the monster, as I'll just be shooting the dirtiest look at Yvatla.
She's gonna return it. Just, I know.
Tell you what, beautiful creature. You give me the book, and I will give you all three of them. And all of their things back as well. No cost. A generous offer.
Is she actually going to do that if she turns over the book?
You can make an insight check, Yek.
I would love to also
Could I
try
make one
to
as
see.
well?
I got a 13 insight.
Get a dirty 20.
21.